Mr. Al-Mahdi, the chamber will hear your statement.
شكرا جزيلا.
Thank you, Your Honor.
سيادة الرئيس،
Mr. President,
أعضاء المحكمة الموقرة،
distinguished members of chamber,
السيدات والسادة الحضور،
ladies and gentlemen,
أحييكم جميعا.
I greet you all.
بداية أذكر نفسي بقول الله تبارك
I would like
وتعالى:
to start by
يا
reminding
الذين
myself
آمنوا
of the words of the Almighty.
قوامين
O
بالقسط
ye who believe,
شهداء لله
stand out firmly for justice
وعلى أنفسكم
as witnesses to Allah, even as against yourselves or your parents or your next of kin.
وأستحضر
The
في
words
قلبي
of the
كلام
Almighty.
الحكماء
I would like to remember the words
الحق ولو على نفسي
of those who said that we need to speak justice even against ourselves.
ولو أنه
We have to be
حرقك الصدق بنار الوعي.
true to ourselves, even that
السيدات والسادة،
truthfulness would burn our hands.
مع أسف
Ladies and gentlemen,
وحزن
it is
عميق
with deep regret
من جديد
and with
الإقرار
great
بأن الاتهامات
pain I had
التي
to
وجهت
enter
إلي فريق الادعاء
a guilty plea, and all the charges brought against me are accurate and correct.
لشديد الندم عليها.
I am really sorry. I am really remorseful, and I regret all the damage that my actions have caused.
وإخواني
I regret what I had caused to my family, my community in Timbuktu, what I had caused my home nation Mali, and I am really remorseful about what I had caused the international community as a whole.
وأوجه الندم والحزن الشديد
My
بشكل
regret
خاص
is
إلى أحفاد الأولياء
directly
الذين قمت
or is directed particularly to the generations, the ancestors of the
وأستجديد
holders of the mausoleums that I have destroyed. I would like
كل شعب تمبكتو
to
المسلم
seek their pardon. I would like to seek the pardon of the whole people of Timbuktu. I
وعد
would like to make them a solemn promise
تلك هي الخطيئة
that
الأولى والأخيرة
this was the first and the last wrongful act I will ever commit.
كما كنت من قبل هذه الأحداث
I
ابنا بارا
seek their forgiveness, and I would like them to look at me as a son that has lost his way and
متفاعلا معهم
consider me part of the social fabric
إيجابية
of Timbuktu, and must not forget what I had contributed in the past to Timbuktu.
تقتضي الأخلاق الإسلامية
It is my hope that, in accordance with the
والصفح على المسلمين
noble Islamic principles, to be able to forgive me
كل عذر مهما كان ضعيف
and to accept my regret.
سبيل رقيهم إلى
I
المكانة
think if they were to do this, then they would have fulfilled the words of God,
القرآن
where in the Quran,
قوله تعالى فمن
where we
عفا
say,
وأصلح
those
فأجره على الله
who forgive, then they will be rewarded by the Almighty.
ولئن كانت حينها قد تسلطت علي
If
زمرة
I was
زمرة من قادة
influenced
القاعدة
by
الدين
a group of deviant people from Al Qaeda and Ansar ad-Din,
ولئن كانت تلك
and
منبعة شديدة
if they were
عصفتني معها
able to influence me, to carry me in their
من أهل العلم في
evil
ذلك
wave
فإن ذلك
through actions that affected the whole population.
بلمحته العابرة تلكم
But
الجذور
even
العميقة
with these
التاريخية لمدينة تمبكتو وأهلها
temporary actions, I do not think that we will be able to change the heritage of the city of Timbuktu.
هذا المقام
Ladies and gentlemen,
أتقبل العقاب
in this chamber, I am willing to accept the judgment
بقلب
of the chamber, but I will do so with pain and with a broken heart.
أسلوب الحرية
I will be
محروم من
deprived of my
الأحباب
freedom, and I know I will not be able to see
أجبر
the loved ones. However,
في أن يفتح
I
لهذا
am
العقاب
pinning my hope on the fact
التسامح مع
that
شعب
the
تمبكتو
punishment that will be meted out to me will be sufficient enough for the people of Timbuktu to show forgiveness, and for the people of Mali to forgiveness, and
وأرجو
mankind to
تكون
offer
هذه
forgiveness.
السنوات التي أقضيها في غياهب السجن
It is also my hope that the years I will spend
بمثابة النار
in prison
المطهرة
will be a source of purging the evil spirits that had overtaken me, and
بأن أحظى بالعفو
I
من
will
القلوب التي
keep my hopes high that the people that I have hurt will be able to forgive.
أريد أن أسدي
In conclusion, I would like
كل المسلمين في العالم
to make
ألا يقدموا على مثل هذه
to give a piece of advice to all Muslims in the world
يشتد ضررها
not to get involved in the same acts I got involved in, because they are not going to lead to any good for humanity.
جزيل الشكر
In conclusion,
للفرقاء
I would like to thank
في محكمة
all
الجنايات الدولية
parties at the
سواء في ذلك القضاة
ICC, judges,
الادعاء وقلب
OTP,
وعناصر
registry,
مركز الاحتجاج
and staff of the detention center for dealing with me in such a civilized and
حفظ لحقوق
respectable way, where human rights were upheld to the maximum. And I applaud the way they interviewed me and
وبالأخص
listened to my statement. And
محمد العويني
in particular, I would like to thank
أن
Matter
يساعدني
Mohammed Al-Awaini, who decided to
وشكرا
defend me in this case all the way. Thank you.
Thank you too. The court will now proceed to ask you some questions, Mr. Al-Mahdi, pursuant to the Rome Statute. Mr. Al-Mahdi, can you please rise again?
نعم سيدي
Yes, Your Honor.
Now that you have made an admission of guilt, this chamber will proceed to ask you some questions. Mr. Al-Mahdi, the chamber would like to know if this admission is made voluntarily. Do you make this admission of guilt voluntarily, of your own free will, without being threatened or forced by anyone?
بالتأكيد سيادة الرئيس إن هذا
Your Honor,
الاعتراف طوعي
absolutely,
ونابع من
this is a
قلبي
voluntary admission from the bottom of my heart.
Do you remember signing an agreement with the prosecution regarding an admission of guilt, complete with the supporting factual basis, on February 18, 2016? And was this agreement presented to you in a language you fully understand and speak?
نعم نعم
Your
قدم
Honor,
لي بلغة
yes, it was
باللغة العربية
presented to
نعم
me in Arabic.
Did you fully consult your counsel before signing the agreement and making your admission in court today?
نعم تشاورت معه وقدم لي النصيحة
Yes,
القانونية
I have
اللازمة في ذلك
consulted the counsels and they presented all the legal advice to me.
Thank you. Do you understand that the chamber is not bound by the terms of the agreement that you signed, and that the chamber is not required to accept your admission of guilt made here today?
نعم أفهم ذلك وهو أيضا
Yes, I
مدرج
do
في
understand
نص
that, and it is
الوثيقة
also
التي
mentioned
قدمت لي.
in the text of the document which was presented to me.
By making the admission of guilt and signing the agreement, you have waived many of the rights you would otherwise have as an accused. Do you confirm that waiver?
نعم سيد الرئيس
Yes,
أؤكد
Your
ذلك
Honor,
كل ما
I
في
confirm
الاتفاق أنا
this,
أؤكد على
and I
التوقيع
confirm
عليه.
what I have signed in this agreement.
We now proceed to the questions on the sentencing range. Mr. Al-Mahdi, you understand that the chamber is not bound by the 9-year to 11-year sentencing range you have agreed to with the prosecution.
نعم أعلم ذلك.
Yes, I do know that.
Thank you. And you understand that the crime you are admitting guilt to can carry a maximum term of 30 years.
نعم فهمت ذلك عن طريق الوثيقة
Yes,
التي
I have
قدمت إلي.
understood that in the document which was presented to
Yes.
me.